Good morning, day 13. Stayed at the main roadhouse last night, commonly called the Roadhouse. It's a hostel that was shut down, I think, for about 6 years. And these two ladies, Jen and Jen, have opened it back up. They are remarkable people. You talk about a spirit of adventure. You know, I'm gonna say they abandoned their former lives, but they threw them away, and they're starting fresh up here in Maine, and they're two amazing ladies that are really doing a nice job on the hostel. The bunkhouse, sometimes I caution people about bunkhouses at the various places that I've stayed, but it's the nicest bunkhouse I've ever seen. I mean, they just did it so right. The mattresses they didn't fool around with mattresses. So you want a good night's sleep, don't be afraid to get the bunk room at the Roadhouse. I also met these three guys. Mogul from Philly, great guy, hilarious. Pungo, former, can't believe I said that, retired Marine Corps Colonel, Yut. And the one guy that I talked to the most, I don't think I got his trail name, but he was this guy from Texas, so and he had a ranch, so I'm just gonna call him Cowboy. He also worked for ATC, air traffic control, for a long time, so we bonded over that because I flew for the Navy for a long time, so maybe I should just call him ATC. But three fantastic guys. I really enjoyed being around them. Pungo and Mogul are hilarious, especially together. Mogul arguably never shuts up, and I think he would take that warmly, but just fantastic guy. They told some good stories. The Colonel is a super sharp guy, very Marine. And so they were a lot of fun to be around. Pungo cooked up some steaks, so the Roadhouse has a donation-based dinner, and it was off the hook. I had delicious steak last night. Pungo cooked it up, did it perfectly. The ladies, I think, or somebody chopped it into these thin slices. You didn't even have to do any work. I mean, it was so delicious and such a good meal. Baked potatoes, I had 2 of them, loaded, and they made these rolls that were so good. I swear to God, there must have been 60 rolls on this sheet pan when Jen brought it out, and it was like a magic trick. It went from 60 to 1 in, like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. I mean, I turned back around, they were all gone except this lonely roll that everybody was afraid to take, I guess. I think the only reason it disappeared is because when Jen finally picked it up, she forced someone to take it, probably. But it was just a delicious meal, and the Roadhouse is great. Mogul told a story about how he almost quit, like on day 1 or 2, and it was endearing and humbling, and but he got through it all. Is kind of the amazing thing. I don't know if he's being serious or just trying to be funny, but I take him seriously. I think it probably did run through his mind that this just wasn't for him, and now look at him. He hit the 2,000 mark yesterday. And so I appreciate spending time with you guys. I learned a lot from you, and I had a good time. So congratulations. Katahdin's, less than 200 for you guys. That's amazing. So enjoy the home stretch. All right, the real 2,000 mile mark for northbounders. Yesterday I showed you that sign that was made by the MATC. I think this is the genuine 2,000 right here. Obviously upside down for me, and my milestone today is that I'm going to cross 200, so later on today I'll maybe somebody will make a sign for me. Not as much love for the Sobos, but it's okay. Oh yeah, in my segment a couple segments ago, I also meant to mention that I had cauliflower last night. So I know Danielle will appreciate that. I'm not a big cauliflower eater, but I'm getting better later in life here. And Danielle makes just amazing cauliflower. So it was really good last night, but it's hard to compete with my wife's cooking. I found the most burnt pieces of cauliflower. They were delicious. So slightly burnt cauliflower is like slightly burnt popcorn. There's something just really good about it. All right, made it to the top of Crocker Mountain, making good time. Quite a different day. I'm bummed though, there's no views up here. There's something on Gut Hook that says there was a view down past where I walked already, and I did get a glimpse of the Bigelows. I was hoping I would have a really good shot up here. And what I did see, it's like the top's almost surrounded by clouds. It's really pretty, but I didn't realize Crocker Mountain's actually higher than the Bigelow. So this is 4,168 feet. I think Bigelow was 4,150. Anyways, I just thought this one was a little lower, but another 4,000 footer. I think this is the only one I got to hit today. By the way, I renamed my video from yesterday. I had it named the Bigelows, so I changed it to Deuce Bigelow. Pretty witty, man. If I was witty at all, I would have thought of that in the first place, but maybe I'll have the added benefit now of people searching for movie quotes and stumbling onto the AT. All right, I'm gonna head down the mountain, and everything's going well today so far. I'll give you a little story in a little while about last night that was very amusing to me. I'm gonna try to find a good spot to take footage while I'm telling the story. So headed down the hill. Okay, I made it over to South Crocker Mountain. I think that's how you say it, Crocker. I think this is behind me, Lone Mountain, Sugarloaf, and maybe Mount Abram, somewhere back in there. It's a little bit hard to figure out up here. The Bigelows, I think, are over on the other side. I got some pretty decent views. It's still a little hazy and just not the best peaks to take nice pictures from, but it's all right. It's a beautiful day. Things are still going well. I'll tell my little story, I guess, and maybe I'll get walking here. Grab my stick. Bending down, no fun. So we all sat down to dinner last night, and it just so happened that me and that guy, so I met those three guys, Mogul, Pungo, and the guy I'm calling Cowboy. I never got his trail name. Anyways, Cowboy and I happen to be sitting straight across the table from each other. And so I had brought two things to dinner with me, a Coke and my reading glasses. And I specifically remember sitting down at my spot, and I put the Coke down, and then I took my reading glasses and I had the frames open, so I sort of bracketed the Coke and put the reading glasses right there. And so we had this delicious meal. Everybody's having a good time. There's great conversation. Here's South Crocker Mountain sign. Let's see if I can get a shot of that. 4,010 feet. I didn't realize South Crocker is also a 4,000 footer, but still up there. So yeah, so we're sitting down having a great time. Funny conversation, good stories, all that stuff. And we get towards the end of the meal, and one of the gens comes over and picks up the meat platter, and there's not much left on it, but she's like, you guys gotta eat all this. So she's like, it's not worth, saving her pack. She's like, come on, you guys can finish this off. So she slides it on the table in between me and Cowboy, and we start picking at it and stuff, and I didn't even realize it, but Jen had sort of picked up my glasses and slid them over to Cowboy's side of the table. And Cowboy had been writing in his journal. He had this beautiful journal. It was really cool, like just leather, and the pages were, someone gave it to him as a gift. It was just a nice journal. And he happened to have really nice handwriting too, so it was just nice. I was sitting there watching him writing it, and then he showed me a few pages in it. He lets other people write in it, and he had some really cool like messages from other hikers, and there was artists that you wouldn't believe some of the drawings in this thing. It was really cool. Some really talented people out here. So anyways, he set his journal aside, and he had his reading glasses on there. And so I didn't realize it when Jen had slid him over there. And so we're still talking and stuff, and the platter kind of makes its way down the table. And then I realized my glasses were sitting over there. So I reached over, grabbed the glasses, and put them in front of me. And people are still talking, having a good time. But all of a sudden, like, kind of this funny look came on Cowboy's face, and he sort of abruptly cut off the conversation, and he goes, what I want to know is why this guy just slid these glasses over to his side of the table. And I was like, they're my glasses. And he goes, no, no, no. I have 2 pairs of glasses. I always have a spare. And these are mine. I said, all right, man. I was like, I'm pretty sure these are my glasses. I remember ringing them down, and you know, I said they're cheapos, and he goes, yeah, I have 2 cheap pairs of glasses. Mine are cheapos. And I looked at his, and I could tell the difference between his and mine. And I said, well, your cheapos are better than my cheapos. And I was like, I'm pretty sure these are mine. He's like, nope. And he goes, I'll tell you what, you go look for yours, and if you can't find them, come talk to me. And I was like, okay. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like 99% sure those are my glasses. And I start, you know, running through my head what I did. And I'm like, there is no way I put these glasses anywhere else. And I could tell they were just my glasses. And I even asked him at one point, I was like, what's the magnification on yours? And he was like, like 1.5 or 1.7. And I was like, well, mine are 1.25. I'm pretty sure these say 1.25 right on the arm. And I didn't have my glasses, so I couldn't read it. But I was basically asking him, just look on the side, and you'll see they're my glasses. But he was just, that was before he said, come back and talk to me. Anyways, so the conversation goes on. Everybody strikes back up and have a good time and everything. But I'm sitting there like, all right, how do I convince this guy that those are really my glasses? And so, you know, the meal kind of winds down, and so I get up eventually and I go upstairs. It's all just for show, really, because I know those glasses aren't in my room. But I go upstairs, I rummage through my stuff just to make sure. And, you know, I make sure I take a few seconds and everything. I come back down, and he's sitting there, and people are still talking, so I'm just kind of waiting. And so finally I'm like, look, man, I'm not saying those are my glasses, but I can't find mine, and I can't read without glasses. And he goes, they're yours. He goes, take these. And he's the type of guy to give the shirt off his back. He's a good dude. I'm not trying to say anything. But at that moment, he thought he was helping me out. He thought he was giving me his spare set of glasses. And so he goes, you know, he basically goes, they're yours. And I was like, all right, thanks. And so eventually he leaves the table, he goes upstairs, he comes back, and he's like, yeah, my glasses were in my room. And you could tell he just felt terrible. But it was hilarious. And so if Cowboy, in case you ever see this or hear about it, you and I are bonded forever with 3 things: aviation, the trail, but most of all, reading glasses. Okay. Came from somewhere down there. Still hear the water where I crossed this. Oh, where I showed that last stream, really pretty. But I've been scrambling uphill, making good ground. And now I gotta go up here. Cheetah tai. But I'm about to book it up here, and hopefully the level's off a little bit so I can get a breathing. Nope. All right, now we're talking. This is what I'm talking about. Get some views going here. Very pretty. I'm on the coming down South Crocker Mountain. Just ran into this whole big group of teenage boys with a camp leader, and really good people. He was telling me a bunch of stuff. So, Benny's Lizard Trail. You get to meet a lot of good people. I just got water 10 minutes ago. Good water. But wish I had stopped here. I was at that river down there. Still hear it clear as a bell. And headed up there. I have to check the elevations, but I think it levels off up there, and then it's like 3,500 or something up there, and then on up to 4,000 for Sugarloaf or something like that. I'll look it up. It's kind of cool. Sugarloaf Mountain, which I guess is a ski resort. It's up that way. I don't have to go that way. I didn't realize. Oh, I'm thinking of Saddleback, I guess. But anyways, not going up there. You can see there's a lift up there. I'm headed this way, Spalding Mountain. I should have a good view up there. And I'm just shy of 199 miles. So I know it's nothing compared to the Novos, but I am really excited for my 200. So I'll get a shot of that up here in about 1.5 miles when I hit it. And so I'm really looking for, I'm making some ground today. I'll tell you what, like I feel good. Passed a couple Sobos, which is unusual. Like I just don't see a lot of Sobos. They're either way out. Everybody keeps saying I'm starting late, but in a couple months they'll think I started when everybody else did. Because anyways, I'm making good ground today. I'm feeling really good. I'm going to be into this lean-to at about 2:30, maybe 3. I'll probably cook a meal there, and I'm hoping that I can press on for another 3 hours after that. Make camp at a lean-to at Poplar Ridge, which is just at the base of Saddleback, and then the next day will be Saddleback. I'm hoping for good weather. From everything I saw, the percentages are low for rain, so that should make for a good couple days here going forward. Might get a storm or something, but I think overall I'm getting favorable weather. Okay, see you in a mile. Okay, there's 200. I just 200.0, just a little ways back there. I got another Sobo that I just caught up to. We both hit 200 basically at the same time. Sherlock, it's pretty cool. But no love for the Sobos. No sign here. It's okay. But it's always nice to see those little markers. Okay, kind of a crappy little 200 that I made, but someone had to do it. I hate for there not to be one, but I just crossed over it. Yay. All right, getting close to the end of the day. I guess it's about almost 5:30. Doing good. Not looking forward to this. A little canyon I gotta walk down. I'm tired as hell. I'm getting close to these falls, and I probably got about an hour of hiking to get into the place that I want to, but it's so tempting to stay here. It's a super beautiful spot. Okay, just came down that little canyon, and I'm at this place called Orbitron Falls. I think right behind me over this little ledge, there's some falls there. I'm too tired to walk over there and look at it, but I don't know if you know this little boat behind me, but I guess the river did a number on that, so you can see how high the water gets and how rough it gets here, but let it crush it like a tin can. And I guess I cross right over here and head up there in the woods again. I think I got to go back up a canyon, just like the one I came down, to get back kind of on the trail. And then I think I can rock up here without losing the phone. Let's see. So far, so good. Yeah, this looks fun. So I had to go up there. May not look steep, but it is. And this late in the day, all those steps become very painful. I've done about 40,000 lunges today, probably more than that. And I'm about to do a few hundred more. Okay, here's the end of my day. Coming up on Poplar Ridge. Oh, there it is, there's my sign. 3,120 feet. So this ridge levels out for a little while and then goes up to Saddleback. but it is pretty freaking awesome up here. The sun's over here on the other side. I don't know if I can, I guess I just missed kind of a sunset there. Maybe you can see it bleeding through. That's pretty sweet. See if I can. And then back over here. All right, I got about 0.3 to my shelter. There's a few guys in it. I just got the word. I pray to God there's water up here because I'm out. All the water sources on the way up are out. So Gut Hook says there is some, not much. We'll see.